The following video has some content that viewers might find disturbing. Hey everybody, today's video we're gonna see how a bird of prey gives the term in-flight meal a very literal meaning, as well as a big cat whose hunting forays are always so perilous he's glad to have 9 lives, and a tried and true classic hunting technique that is fit for a king. Predatory birds such as hawks have always had small reptiles such as lizards as part of their diet. However, in the Galapagos Islands, for a few weeks every year, a larger, more substantial prey presents itself to the resident hawks. These marine iguanas tend to stay near the shoreline, closer to an escape route just in case predators like the hawks swoop in. But every year they venture farther inland in order to find softer soil in which to lay their eggs. And this trip into unfamiliar territory makes them vulnerable to the hawks. This mass migration triggers a hunting frenzy for the hawks, who can be seen regularly swooping down on the helpless reptiles, quickly dispatching them with their large talons before carrying them to their nests to feed their waiting chicks. Over the centuries, the hawks have learned to take advantage of this seasonal plenty, even coinciding their breeding season in response to this time of bountiful hunting. Wolves have been hunting buffaloes for millions of years, and they know exactly what to do to bring one of these beasts down. Despite contrary belief, though, a buffalo herd isn't defenseless. They know that if they face predators head-on, their herd has the advantage. However, the wolves also know that they have to approach the herd from behind and make them run. What results is a standoff that could last for days, with neither side giving an inch. Eventually, the constant pressure that the pack inserts unnerves the herd, and they make a run for it. This is exactly what the wolves want, as the wolves just don't chase any random member of the herd. They're constantly observing, looking for the young and weak, which make easier prey and are generally the ones to start running. The pack leader singles out a yearling calf and relentlessly pursues it, and is actually strong enough to bring it down all by himself. He doesn't go in for the immediate kill though, as yearling calves can also pose a threat, so he wounds the animal and patiently waits for it to bleed out and die. Snow leopards are the rarest of all the big cats. In fact, filming them doing anything in the wild is a 1 in a million chance. The odds of actually finding one while on the hunt is even rarer, hence you're going to see an event that only a select few have had the privilege of witnessing firsthand, that being a snow leopard out on a hunt. A hunt that is by no means a walk in the park owing to these cats' penchant for living on rocky cliffs, which is at the same time the preferred home of their prey, the mark or goat. In this kind of environment, one false move can spell disaster for both predator and prey alike. The leopard positions itself above the goat and jumps down, allowing gravity to assist her in her hunt. It successfully latches onto the goat with its powerful jaws, but as it always has been in the wild, not every hunt is a success. In this case, the goat was able to wriggle its way free from the leopard and fell to the safety of the river down below. And although the possibility of the goat drowning is always there, this is one hunt where the leopard will not taste the fruits of his labors. Cheetahs are fast and nimble hunters that prefer to bring down smaller prey. They don't really have the weight and the body mass of a lion, which is a huge help when bringing down larger prey such as bison, and even an ostrich as well. This cheetah, however, is a bit different. That's because even though these animals usually hunt solo, this cheetah has learned to hunt with partners, taking full advantage of the numbers game, allowing them to bring down much larger prey, which in this case is an ostrich. However, even with the 3 of them, ostriches are still dangerous prey, as they have powerful kicks and they also have sharp claws. Bringing down such a large animal is going to require the strength of all 3 cheetahs, and even just one of them getting injured is going to make it impossible for the other 2 to succeed. All 3 cheetahs launch a simultaneous attack, targeting one particularly large male ostrich. However, the cheetahs decide to switch targets to a slower female mid-chase. It took the combined efforts of all 3 cheetahs to bring this one giant bird down, but the risk they took also equated to a pretty big reward. Lesser jaboas are small, rare animals that are pretty hard to find even in their natural desert habitat. Predators would need extraordinarily heightened senses if they chose this animal as their primary prey, but guess what? The desert fox has those extraordinarily heightened senses. This fox has a sense of hearing that is 20 times more sensitive than a human's, and that means that it can hear the tiniest of movements coming from the tiniest animals, which in this case is the jerboa. Sensing danger, the jerboa hides underground, but the hole isn't deep enough. This makes the fox's acute hearing catch the sound that the jerboa makes. When his ears have led him to the prey's general location, his equally sensitive nose takes over the search, allowing the fox to know exactly where to dig. The Jabo, however, has prepared an emergency exit just in case something like this happens. It escapes and employs its kangaroo-like legs for a quick escape. The fox, however, is quicker than the tiny animal, so the Jaboa's only hope for escape is to outmaneuver the predator. It performs quick turns on the unstable sand thanks to the tufts of hair under its feet. The Jaboa successfully confuses the fox, who unfortunately is gonna go hungry tonight. But hey, that's nature, baby. Lions may be king, but that doesn't actually mean they get what they want all the time, especially when hunting for possible meals. Case in point is this amazing footage taken of a lioness and her cub. According to the BBC, the pair haven't eaten for 5 days, with the mother staking out warthog lairs in her territory patiently during that time. Her patience has finally paid off, though, when she spotted an adult male warthog that was just ripe for the picking. Now, mind you, this is by no means any easy task. The warthog's tusk can deal serious injury to any animal, especially a starved lion. But being the master huntress that she is, she stayed downwind and used the cover of bushes, and when she got close enough, she pounced, immediately clinging to the warthog's throat. The struggle was long, but the fight wasn't over yet. She has to quickly drag the huge carcass to a covered area in order to protect her kill. When fully hidden, she called to her cub, and the two enjoyed a well-deserved meal. All bats gather in large colonies, sometimes even numbering in the millions. In fact, there are colonies that, at any given time, are the largest gathering of mammals in the world. Of course, with so many potential prey grouped together in such high numbers, you can bet that predators won't be far behind. One aerial predator in particular has taken advantage of the bats' sheer numbers and learned to hunt them, not while roosting, but actually while flying. The red-tailed hawk has built a reputation on hunting other flying creatures mid-flight, which is no easy task as this video will soon show. Every year, around 20 million free-tailed bats come to Bracken Cave in southern Texas to breed, and the red-tailed hawks take this opportunity to grab a virtually unlimited supply of in-flight meals. These hunters will fly above the bats, dive straight into the flying mass of mammals at speeds of up to 160 kilometers per hour, and grab onto one bat with their outstretched talons. The best of them will even manage to sag 2, one bat for each talon foot. The fierce Komodo dragons will eat literally anything, and although they feed on carrion most of the time, which includes freshly buried human corpses I might add, they do actively hunt at times. And while they aren't the quickest of hunters, they actually have a couple of weapons that will almost ensure a successful hunt. These huge reptiles possess a vice-like grip in their jaws, aided by small but sharp teeth that can grip onto struggling prey, as seen here. The poor deer doesn't have any chance of escaping, really. But what if the prey somehow did manage to escape? Well, if it did, it's still doomed to die. The dragon's filthy mouth is laced not only with toxic bacteria, but venom as well. All a Komodo dragon needs to do is just bite hard enough to inflict a wound, and the deadly mouth cocktail will finish the job. All the dragon needs to do now is stalk and wait for the prey to weaken and fall over, and then the feasting begins. Africa's wild dogs may not be the biggest predator around, but they are still greatly feared by the animals they prey on. These predators can bring down prey much larger than themselves, which in this case is a fleeing wildebeest. For what they lack in size, they make up for in sheer cunning and a hunting strategy that has served them well for millions of years. These mighty hunters chase down their targets in relay. When the lead dog tires out, there will always be a fresh member to take its place. This strategy also works when the pack suddenly decides to switch targets, like what happened here. The wildebeest, on the other hand, ran through a group of zebras before joining other wildebeest to confuse its pursuers. While it worked for the lead dog, the ones behind it decided to change targets, eyeing someone that was easier to catch. The pack then rallied together, and with teamwork, brought down that night's dinner pretty easily. Now it's time for the day's best pick. So if you find an amazing photo or video online and want to know more about it, send it on over to us, and we'll look into it for you. Who knows, might even feature in a future video. Today's photo is the quintessential scene that pops into our head when somebody mentions a predator hunting prey. A lion chasing down a deer, or probably even an antelope. Both deer and antelope are extremely alert and are fast runners, and while lions are capable of running at speeds as well, their speed and stamina are no match for their potential prey. So how do they manage to take one down? Well, that, my friends, is shown in this video, with a male lion on the hunt for the toppy, which incidentally is the fastest antelope in the world. In this particular clip, you can see the lion hiding amongst the grass, keeping itself downwind of the toppy, all the while slowly creeping closer and closer. As soon as the lion is within striking distance, he lunges at his prey. At that distance, not even the toppy's vaunted speed could save it from becoming the next meal of the king. The lion will eat well tonight. Which heart-pounding chase video did you like the most? Well, let us know down below in the comments. Also, make sure to check out the channel's other amazing vids. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody!